Mark, what's your reaction to that?
First of all, that's a ton of truth. So many football players and so many athletes or successful or famous people say they don't hear the outside noise. But in today's day and age, that's impossible. So I understand that Dak hears it. Dak also hears it because his owner was asked about it. And his owner basically gave the answer you'd give if someone asked you about your significant other being annoying. He said, well, I wouldn't say that. But that could be a fair assessment. And so now looking at what Dak Prescott has been over the last few weeks, you have to acknowledge it's not the same level of play before the calf injury. And it could be because of his injury. It could be because of injuries to the offense. It could be because of lack of creativity by Kellen Moore. Here is what I know. Through the first few weeks of the season, Dak Prescott was an MVP candidate, and this team was the Super Bowl contender. The last few weeks, he is not, and they are not. And if these things don't pick up, if Dak Prescott's play doesn't begin to change and get back to what it was at the beginning of the season, the Dallas Cowboys will be sitting exactly where they've been for the last quarter century. And that's going to be right next to one of us watching the game, earning money doing appearances at Super Bowl instead of appearing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And you know what, let's move past this game here, because if beating the Giants this weekend, without meaning to disrespect the Giants as much as this is going to seem, I don't know that's going to convince anybody. You're not going to convince anybody of anything. So let me ask you the question a different way. I asked it this way yesterday. Right now, we're seeing some teams in the NFC ascending, right? Tampa looks great. Green Bay looks great. The Rams look great on Monday night. Is Dallas right now playing on a level? Are they as good as those teams in the NFC?
Not even close. And I'm going to do like RC, just shake my head. It's not even close. If you want to be a Super Bowl caliber team, like we're seeing with the Kansas City Chiefs, like we're seeing with the New England Patriots, like we're seeing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even with the Green Bay Packers, you need to peak and ascend at the right time. That's in November and December and in January. RC can attest to that. I can attest to that. Ninko, everybody can attest to that. The Cowboys peaked early, and then all of a sudden they've been slumping. They're limping. Zeke is limping. Dak, in a lot of ways, though he says he's healthy, is limping. And they might just limp their way in the playoffs and get limped out in the first round, probably by the Washington football team. So Dallas is not playing good football right now, I think it's going to be bad. And if they don't get it fixed, it's going to be a big issue, because all the hoopla and the excitement that we saw earlier has dissipated and died, and it's not coming back anytime soon.
That's right. I mean, that's the point, Nico, is we were talking, some of us anyway, were saying they look like a Super Bowl team at the end of October. Are they one of the NFC big boys?
No, they're not. And I'm going to make the roller coaster analogy, if you know what that is. You get on a roller coaster and you're going up the biggest, steepest part of the roller coaster. It's like you're just sitting on that thing. You're like, whoa, you're looking around. Oh, man, here we go. Well, that's Tampa. That's the Rams. That's everybody else, the NFC. That's the Packers. They're the Cowboys have already hit that. They're already on their way down. And then there's a couple ups and downs along the way. You'll see like a good play, a good game. You're like, whoa, but they're never as high as they were. They're never at the top. Tampa's still going. The Rams are still going. They're still on that thing.
It's the sound effect,
bro. Nico, the Cowboys even on the way down. They're just, it's like parked at the very bottom, like waiting to get started. Like that's where they are right now. They're literally at the bottom. Okay, all aboard, waiting to get started. And that's the frustrating part, because we've seen flashes. We have seen this year, not last year. We've seen
I don't even
flashes.
like roller coasters.
I know, but you've been to the park. You've been to theme parks. You're like, let me get on this little ride with my kids. Like I see it. I just see it right now. We've seen flash, and they're not going anywhere, and that's a sad part. Things need to change in Dallas, and I hope they do. It don't look like they will.
Graz, to circle it all the way back, I've had so many people on the air this week on this show speculating about the health of Dak Prescott. Is he okay? Is it the calf? What is your sense from the people you talk to around the league?
Everything we're being told is that he is healthy and that he feels good. He's in a slump. Now, the way it sounds, knowing that everybody's saying that could motivate him possibly to break out of it. He's got the kind of opponent this week that helps with that. Unfortunately for the Giants, they are having another down year. But no, health-wise, we're being told Dak is fine. Ezekiel Elliott's not. He's banged up. Tyron Smith's not. He's not going to play. So they have other issues there on the offense. But Dak seems to, look, the season is long. I mean, that roller coaster goes up, it goes down, it goes back up. It's where you are 4 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now that matters, not where you are now. They're not on a level with these other teams in terms of the way they're playing at the moment. Could they get back there? Sure.
Yeah, and that's what they would hope. Again, there's been a lot of injuries there, a lot of inconsistency. That's why I think the second question is more important than the first question. Can they be one of the big boys in the NFC by the time we get to the end? Because I agree, they don't look like it right now.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.